Hi everybody, I am Yang-May Ooi. I'm an author and podcaster at MetroWild. Now MetroWild is a magazine style blog and podcast, and the URL is metrowild.co.uk. So this is the first of a number of MetroWild video diaries which I hope to send out into social media. And for the first one, I just want to share with you how pleased I am with what has happened in the last few months. I started MetroWild in October, November 2023, and it's now April 2024. So it's been going for about 6 or 7 months. And in that time, I've had a lot of positive feedback from my readers. They've said that they've really enjoyed the articles that I've written on there. Some of them love the podcast. The first guest on the podcast was the wonderful ecologist Hugh Warwick, also known as Hedgehog Hugh, talking about how he hopes that hedgehogs can save the world. In terms of the written articles, I write about city life and also wild nature on the MetroWild magazine style blog. And in terms of the articles about cities, I've talked about what it's like to be starting out in your career in a big city like London, feeling lonely and isolated, and then how it's important to find friends and to find your tribe and to find your community to feel happy and to thrive. And also I've written about, in terms of nature and our relationship with nature, a long distance walk that I did with a number of friends some years ago, walking the St Cuthbert's Way, and how we reached the edge of the mainland and then walked barefoot across the tidal causeway to the island of Lindisfarne, and how that made me feel very humble in the face of nature, because we walked barefoot and so felt very vulnerable walking across the damp earth, the damp sand and the shallow waters, compared to when you're striding along with your boots all heavy and safe and secure and armoured. And also the thing about Lindisfarne is that you have to wait for the tide to recede in order to cross. So it's important to be, in those circumstances, humble towards nature, to wait for the tide rather than to try and assert our will and cross at high tide. So this is just a couple of stories from the MetroWild magazine style blog and podcast. And what I am pleased about is the response I've had from my readers. So it, as a writer and creator, it can be quite tricky sending stuff out and you don't really know whether people will enjoy it or whether people notice it or anything like that. So it's really, really gratifying to know that people are enjoying the podcast. So if your interest is piqued, your curiosity is piqued, do come along to the main MetroWild website, which is at metrowild.co.uk, and you can subscribe to receive the email newsletter of any new content as I send them out into the wild. Or else please do connect with me on social media. MetroWild is on social media as at MetroWild UK on Instagram and Facebook, and it'd be fantastic to connect with you and chat and talk about all things cities and nature. And my personal social media handle, that's me, Yang-May Ooi. I'm at Tiger Spirit UK on social media. Look forward to continuing to connect with you and see you soon.